Okay, folks, welcome to pre-US session Thursday, 25th of August, 2022. So we saw a really nice bid come in on equities yesterday. Very technical levels, some advanced trades coming in, what we call an ARPBL on equities on one of the higher time frames, and really nice longs to be had. And then, of course, 7 a.m. came in and we get really good GDP prints out of Germany, 1.8% on the year over year, 1.8 beat on 1.5, and the Q on Q, one 0.1 over expectation of zero point 0. So German IFO business climate also 88.5 beat this morning on 86.8. And we are holding on the highs on equities, but the momentum is really kind of not there anymore after the hot 7 a.m. figure. So let's get over and look at these charts here. And well, what we had yesterday on SPOOs, we're going to look at oil, S&P, and gold. All right, so starting off with oil, yeah, very tight range where it is right now. But essentially, we were talking about Wyckoff this morning. You got accumulation, distribution, accumulation, distribution, more accumulation above the 85 spot 77s, the '09 lows, and back into the 50 EMA here. Sorry, the 100 EMA, and on the hourly chart, while it's low right now, we have seen really consistent, nice bidding on oil with this overhang of the OPEC chatter that they are prepared to cut production. Um, Especially, it's kind of pegged to the Iranian deal being done. So, Iranian production, I think they're talking about essentially, they have the capacity to do 3.8 million barrels a day. Current capacity is 2.5 mil. So, it's going to be a lot of production back online should the deal get done. I don't think the deal is going to get done. But if it does, OPEC are willing to stand by and do a cut. And that's really not what the bears are going to want to hear, and it's not what the FOMC are going to want to hear, or Biden, right? So yeah, if we do get that cut, it's going to be 150 within probably 2 months, I reckon, a barrel. All right, but anyway, how do we trade this, Tim? Where's the useful information? Well, I think we've done quite a turn here in getting the market up to the 11s and 12s lows. While we can pull back here onto the 20 EMAs around 92.41s, something that we're kind of looking at in the room has been a bit of, actually, I think, was this the Q yesterday? Just let me pull up. Yeah, it's the monthly. So, um, yeah, essentially, I think we're around a monthly, very significant monthly level here. A bit of rejection coming into play at the moment, so I think we can actually pull back to the invasion top, back adjusted, and maybe look for more buyers there. But I like the 20 EMA around here. So let's see what we can get. But I think even though we may sell down a wee bit on oil, I think it's just going to be a good excuse to buy cheap for a lot of others. All right, moving on to the SPOOs. Really good levels yesterday for us in the team, buying down around, I think it was, yeah, just below VWAP, around 41.32s, swinging that um, from the open as well, swinging that into the highs that we got today at the 200 EMA. I think there are some significant levels to pay attention to up here. But by and large, we've had quite a shift on one of the higher time frame pictures. A little bit of resistance on where we are now on one of the other higher time frame pictures this morning. So not something to be buying again into this morning at all. If anything, you're going to be probably liquidating some of the swing from yesterday and looking to then buy a bit of a pullback down here to, let's say, I think 20 EMA or somewhere like that, and then play for further upside. But Jackson Hole tomorrow, but more importantly, today we have PCE and core PCE prices. And if you don't know, this is the metric that the Fed really care about and they really pay attention to. So what we're looking for at half one today, it's a busy data slate, continuing jobless claims, core PCE, headline PCE, GDP, initial jobless claims, all coming at half one today for the US, and a kickoff at the Jackson Hole Symposium. I think there's going to be I think it's just meet and greets and, hi, how are you sort of stuff today in Jackson Hole. Uh, so busy half one slate today. And I think, look, if we get a beat on these PCE prices, it's not going to be good. And I think it's going to lead into a far more hawkish Fed. And we could easily be then slipping back down below this 100 EMA and slipping a trip to the downside and a recommencement somewhat of the bear trend. Right. And so here's the dailies. My thesis, as you know, if you've been watching these videos for longer than 3 minutes, is that we would bottom out in around the last couple of days here and come back to test on the 43.20s around there on trend, and then maybe sell down. That's my thesis. So if we get a really nasty beat on PCs, which actually I don't think we're going to, we're probably going to be selling off of the 42s, 4200s here and down. I think we're going to get a miss on PC prices. We're going to get a rally back to trend, and then we can talk about this area tomorrow. All right, so that's my thesis. And we're going to be trading that live in the room today. And, all the other equity pictures should line up with that as well in the US, and Europe will get dragged along. So that's oil, the SPOs, and what do we want to talk about? Gold. Yeah, gold. I think we're back on the buying on gold, and we've been looking at this morning. We were buyer down here on the trend on this massive bull flag, right? So to kind of make it a bit clearer, we'll switch to a weekly picture, and this is the bull flag, right? So buyer down here on the trend. We were selling that off at 18s, and now accumulation again should have begun in this area down here. I'll make it a little bit bigger. All right. Accumulation again in this area here to then bid back on up. So I think, buying in this area for the breakout on this range, which we got from just really looking at this low and these highs. I think we can, here's the breakout. So I think any selling on gold should be bought now and held back to the 1847s and the 200 EMA area for sure. So that's a trade we're looking at as well. Okay, that's it from me for another pre-US session. Have a good one, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Cheers.